Hello friends, this is Amir Malik. Today we are going to discuss conditional statements in Java. Means if there is a condition and if condition is true, then something should be executed, and if condition is not true, then something else should be executed. For this purpose, we use if statement in Java. So basically, if statement is a conditional statement in Java. And after if statement, we use a condition. If condition is true, then whatever is written after that, those statements are executed. And if condition is not true, then obviously nothing is gonna happen, because we are not using an else statement. Basically, else is a kind of otherwise. Means if condition is true, do this. If condition is not true, then do this. If you look at this diagram, you can see that this is a condition. If condition is true, then this action will be performed, and then program will move on to the next statement. But what if we have to do two different things in case of condition is true or condition is false? Then for this purpose, we have to use if statement with else statement. So basically, if condition and else condition both are used together if we have two different types of branches to execute. For example, if you look at this diagram, you can see that this is a condition. If condition is true, then action 1 will be performed. If condition is false, then action 2 will be performed. So this is the case. We can use if else statement in Java. Now let's look if statement and else statement in Java programming language, that how can we use it. So this is a very small program to check either a number is a positive number or a negative number. So first of all, you should know what should be the condition we can use to check either a number is positive or negative number. So, we know that if a number is greater than 0, all the numbers greater than 0 are positive numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. And all the numbers less than 0, they are called negative numbers like -1, -2, -3, and so on. So the condition should be, first of all, we have to take the value from the user. User can enter any number, any value. And in my previous videos, we have already discussed how to take input from the user. So if you want to learn it, you can go to my playlist, Java playlist, and you can watch this video, Java taking input from the user. So you can learn how to take values, how to take input from the user. So let's assume that we know how to take values from the user. So whatever the value entered by the user is stored in this variable, which is called v1. So now we have to check whatever the value entered by user is greater than 0 or less than 0. So here is the condition: if v1 is greater than 0. So in this case, we'll have obviously two branches of execution. Like first can be like the value entered by the user is greater than 0, and second is it is not greater than 0, means it is less than 0, because if it is not greater than 0, then ultimately it should be less than 0. So system, if it is greater than 0, then in the curly bracket you are going to display this statement: entered number is positive. So obviously, if the value is greater than 0, we should display the value is positive. Else means otherwise. Otherwise, like if condition is not true, v1 is not greater than 0, then you have to print entered number is negative number. So okay, let's run it, and then we see how this program executes. Okay, so I'm gonna run this program. And on the right side in this console screen, you can see the program is executing. So enter a value. So I'm going to enter 5, and the display is entered number is positive. Okay, so we can just check this program. So user gave 5 is stored in this v1. Now the condition will be checked. If v1 is greater than 0, yes, 5 is greater than 0, so this statement will be executed. which says entered number is positive, and whatever is written after else will be skipped. It will not be printed. So that is the case, it works. So now I'm going to run it again, and in this case I'm going to give a value which is, okay, enter a value. I'm going to give -5. Okay, so now before pressing enter, so this let's discuss this. So now user gives this value -5. -5 will go in v1, and condition will become if v1 is greater than 0, means if -5 is greater than 0. So -5 is not greater than 0, means condition is false. So whatever is written after if, it will be skipped, and whatever is written after else, it will be executed. So because -5 is not greater than 0, so after else, obviously the statement should be entered number is negative. So I'm gonna press enter here, and see, entered number is negative. So this is the case. You can use if condition. Similarly, if you want to check a number is odd or even, so in Java programming we use an operator which is called modulus operator, mod operator. We use in many programming languages. So in Java we use %sign for that. And how can we use it? So if v1 is divided by 2 and its remainder is equal to 0. Okay, so if v1, like if we divide v1 by 2 and the remainder is 0, it means your number should be even, because if a number is even and you divide that even number by 2, the remainder is always 0. For example, if we divide 6 by 2, remainder will always be 0. 38, remainder will always be 0. So if remainder is not 0, then obviously your number is odd. Okay, so let's check it. I'm gonna run this. Okay, and oh, sorry, I used wrong operator. Double equal sign should be here, because double equal sign is used for equality and single equal sign is used for assignment. Like if v1 is equal to 0 means we are going to assign 0 value to v1, and if we have to compare something, then we have to use double equal sign. So I'm gonna run it again, and now the program will ask the user to give a value. So I'm gonna give it a value. So the value is, for example, 10. So 10 is going to be stored in v1. 10 will be divided by 2. So 10 divided by 2, remainder is always 0, because 2 5s are 10 and remainder is 0. So it will print entered number is even, and I'll just press enter. So entered number is even. I'm going to run it again, and this time I'm going to give 15. So when you divide 15 by 2, 2 7s are 15 and remainder is 2 7s are 14 and the number is 15. So remainder will be 1. So it is not equal to 0, means this condition will be skipped, and whatever is written after else, that will be executed. So I'm gonna run it. Enter number is odd. So this is the way you can use this if statement for different type of programs, different types of codes. It depends upon your condition. What if the value, like in the previous program when we use v1 is greater than 0, yes or no, but what if it is equal to 0, means now we have to check third option. So we'll discuss in the next video that if we have 2, 3 or 4 options, that how can we use it, because in case of if and else we should have only 2 conditions. One, if the condition is true; second, when the condition is false. So this is the way we can use if condition. Now I'm gonna discuss this code where we have used multiple if conditions, like if and then this block of statement and then this block of statement and else. So there are lots of ifs and else. So if we just look at this program, so integer x is equal to 30 and y is equal to 40. This is the initial value of x and y. First the condition is x is greater than 0, so it is going to be checked either x is greater than 0 or not. So x is equal to 30, obviously it is greater than 0, so it will go inside this bracket, because this code starting from this curly bracket and ending at this curly bracket and ending here, it belongs to if condition. So if the condition is true, whatever is written between line number 8 and line number 17, it will be executed. If this condition is false, then it will go to this else, and whatever is written here, it will be executed. Okay, so now we are going to check this condition. So x is equal to 30 means it is greater than 0, so it will go inside this block. Now one more if condition, we call it nested if inside another if. So now one more condition, x is less than or equal to 100. X is 30, yes, it is greater than 0, but yes, it is also less than 100, so this condition is also true. So then it will go into this block, and y will become the new value of y is equal to x into 3. So x is 30 and 30 into 3, 90. So y will become 90. So the value of y becomes 90. Now one more if condition. If y is less than 50, then do this. But y is 90, it is not less than 50, so this will be skipped. It will come here, and this is the way, this brackets works. So you have to know and you have to check all the steps of if and else. So these brackets are very important. Basically, these brackets tell us that how these statements will work, and which statement belongs to if and which statement belongs to else. So this is very important to check this, to check these brackets. So if I'm going to run this program, what is the final value of x and what is the final value of y? See, x is 30 and y is 90. Okay, so this is the way it will be printed. Because x was 30, it was greater than 0, it was less than 100, so it came here. Y becomes 90 because it is not less than 50, so it will be skipped. The whole else is already skipped because this else belongs to this if. Okay, this else belongs to the closest if. You should remember the else belongs to the closest if, so this else belongs to this if. So if x is not less than 100, then this else will be executed, but because x is 30, which is less than 100, so this else and this statement is skipped, and this else belongs to this if. Line number 18's else belongs to line number 7's if. So because x was greater than 0, because x was 30, so this else is completely skipped, and this else is skipped because this condition was true. So this is the way this code works, and the final value of x was 30 and y was 90, so this statement was executed, and the final result was this. So that was simple conditional statement with if and else. In the next video we will discuss multiple if conditions, like if we have 3, 4, 5 conditions, then how can we do it in Java? And we will learn if we have multiple nested ifs, lots of brackets and lots of complicated codes, then we will learn it in the next video. So don't forget to watch these videos to learn something new about Java, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. So this is my YouTube channel. You have to click on the subscribe button and you have to click my channel. Till the next time, have a nice day.